Recently, we were introduced to Janet Van Dyne, one of my favorite Marvel female heroes to the MCU, and sadly we weren't really filled up on much of her backstory, but that's why I'm here. Due to her father being a renowned scientist, she grew up in a life of luxury and just full of riches, and she just became very flightly and dainty and just, yeah, she kind of lived that rich girl lifestyle. She actually had a thing going on with Paladin, and just to give you a little spoiler, she had a lot of flings with other characters in comics. I'm talking like, I think Black Knight was one of them, Hawkeye. She often flirted with Thor to make Hank jealous. I mean, she got around. Hey, Hank kept messing up, so I don't blame her. Her father would eventually be murdered by an alien that he brought to Earth, and this would lead Jan to go seek Hank Pym for help, who was a close associate to her father. And this would also result in her learning that Hank was Ant-Man, and she undergoing a procedure to turn her into the Wasp. And yes, Pym particles were used. They would then become Ant-Man and Wasp and become a awesome crime-fighting duo. And they would also be some of the founding members of the Avengers, and Janet actually suggested the name Avengers. She would eventually marry Hank, but it was not under the best circumstances because Hank just had a mental breakdown due to the stress of creating Ultron, who was a very deadly enemy to the Avengers at the time, and then being reminded of his first wife Maria, and just he had multiple mental breakdowns after that one, and just Janet would eventually divorce him and even go back to seeing Paladin. And then Hawkeye. Like I said, she got around. And I still don't blame her. Actually, I might just make a video just like all the heroes I think could do Janet right instead of Hank. I mean, they could bring back Paladin. He's alive in the comics. He's not really like in spotlight right now, but he's alive. And Janet's single in the comics because Hank's dead now. So just, you know, this could be Marvel's chance to do right by her. That's all I'm saying. Imagine her in Daredevil. That would be pretty lit, but then again, Daredevil has not had a very successful relationship with anybody. Because y'all either end up dead or come back, or end up in mental asylums. And yes, one of them actually ended up in a mental asylum due to Mr. Fear. Okay, yeah, I need to get back to talking about Janet because this is getting off track. She would eventually go on to do such things as be a chairman for the Avengers and be a host on America's Next Superstar. And also, she would, during a invasion of Skrulls, she would die due to a bomb that was planted inside her disguised as sort of a growth serum from a Skrull disguised as Hank Pym. And yes, she would die, but then come back due to her being somehow sent to the quantum realm by Thor. Now, Hank and Janet didn't have hope on the main Earth. She does exist on Earth 92, but on main Earth, she doesn't exist. However, Hank's first wife Maria had a daughter named Nadia, and she's currently the Wasp alongside Scott Lang. So, until next time, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.